While I'm watching my sternum knit back together and wheezing, I may as well put in my 2 cents on the great events of the day. What's my message? My message is the torch has been well and truly passed. Let us put Barack Obama behind us. The banker's best friend, the fop, the ameliorist, and Clyburn, and Kamala Harris with her, Dostoevsky and prosecuting, and Cory Booker with his Eagle Scout enthusiasm. Let's put them all behind us. Let's look to the young people and the activists and Brother Cornel West, the great man. We can't look to Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders is a disappointment. He didn't put in the hard work in 2014. Excuse me. Yeah, in 2014, to try to get the black vote because he thought it was a protest candidacy, and he stayed in Washington, doing nothing, making speeches. And then he let them pull that ridiculous, Klobuchar, Buttigieg, whoever, who was the other one? Everyone who bailed out in one day. He let them knife him in the alley. Warren, of course, we should never see from her again for what she did, but Bernie didn't want it enough. He didn't fight hard enough. And he wasn't smart enough. He didn't get rid of that socialist label and just use what they use in Europe, social democrat. But aside from those people of my generation has failed you miserably. I graduated high school in 1975. That was the first year, I believe, that the number one ambition of a high school graduate was to be rich. Whereas I had been raised to be interesting and to contribute. Meaning, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be a poet, be a musician, be an architect, do something to build the world. Then Reagan comes in, and that was it. And then we got this deluge, which has led us to this place. So I say to you, young people, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that our generation is such an unmitigated disgrace. We have offered you absolutely nothing. We have ruined the world for you. But it's going to be your world. People like me are going to, die off the tree, and you've got to find a way. Just as the French found a way in the 18th century. You've got to find a way. You've got to get back control of the country. Now, I've mentioned before that in Spain, which is a monarchy, and always was a monarchy, except when it was a fascist dictatorship, and for a very short period of time was a republic that was fragile, like Weimar, you are constantly getting stopped by police. And even when I talk to leftists, they think my idea is radical to just get rid of the police. Defund the police. But in France, as I said, you can drive all the way to Paris from the border at Biarritz. 12 hours, and you won't even see a cop. You'll see plenty of places to stop and have a glass of wine, but you won't see a cop. Okay? So that's our goal. Our goal is have a society like the French that put the king's neck under the guillotine. There's some people who have to go. We need that money back. all the money. Anybody who has more than 100 million, 100% estate tax. You want to make a lot of money? Fine. Make a lot of money. But you got to make the money. When you die, it all goes back in the big pot. So at least we'll have some sense that this is a real game. In the meantime, I send my love and respect to all you wonderful, courageous people who are facing chemical warfare, beatings, flashbangs, humiliations, violence, uncertainty, intimidation, repression by the cops. At least now we can put behind us Clint Eastwood and Mel Gibson and all the rest of them and all those stupid shows and movies. And we can at least try to build on something real. I just won't be around to see it. That's all right. If I could only know that it happened. If I could only know there was a chance that it could happen. I could wake up tomorrow and enjoy the smell of a breeze in from the ocean. Love and respect.